Hello, hello, it's Bill the Knee Pain Guru. What is today? Today is Friday, October 29th, 2021. And there we are. We're live. We are going to talk about fasting as it relates to knees, knee pain, surgeries, and stuff like that. Let's see. So today we're going to talk about does fasting help in healing ACL tear? And this question comes from Sheetal. It said, I had a near complete ACL tear 2 months back. I want to try a conservative approach. I want to know if fasting has any role in healing ACL tears. Well, I don't know if we have any, there won't be any like hard, fast evidence that fasting will heal an ACL tear. However, I'd like to point you to there was an MMA fighter a few years ago. His name is Tony Ferguson, a UFC fighter actually, and he had a severe ligament tear in his knee, and he does some incredible fasting and hot cold water work in terms of helping the body produce the reduce inflammation. That's the big thing. And it was something ridiculous from when he had his ACL surgery or his knee ligament surgery to when he competed again was months. It was something ridiculous in terms of the amount of time it took him to heal his knee. But of course, it's quite extreme. Fasting can be very challenging. The idea with fasting is that you're reducing systemic inflammation. When you reduce systemic inflammation, the body has more of an ability to heal whatever you have going on. When we eat food that actually tax the body, the more food that we eat that actually increases inflammation in the body, it slows down the body's recovery process because it wants to keep you alive, essentially. So when we look at the joints, when we look at the extremities, the body doesn't have the resources to be able to send to the extremities to heal what's going on in the extremities. So the more we can reduce the systemic inflammation in the entire body, the more it speeds up the body's ability to heal. So I am a huge component of fasting as it relates to healing, period, whatever you're dealing with. Now, we did get a question in, and there are some people online. If you do have questions, please enter those in the comments section. We'll address those. Well, William said, does water fastening help lessen knee pain? And this goes, it connects, it dovetails right into what we were just talking about. When the body has systemic inflammation and an overabundance of systemic inflammation, what ends up happening is it puts pressure on the nerves. So the pain that's in your knee can be contributed to the inflammation that is in your entire body. You start reducing systemic inflammation, it can lessen knee pain because there's less water pressure. The body retains water when it gets inflamed. So as we reduce the systemic inflammation, the body can begin to flesh that out. I felt this myself in terms of just not so much since my knee surgery, because I didn't know a lot of this. When I blew out my knee, a lot of this stuff I kind of fumbled on and fumbled through for a number of years because I didn't really have the connections that were like I've made over the past 20 some years. So since then, though, I have played around with both water fasting as well as dry fasting. So water fast is going to be you're just drinking water. That you lose a tremendous amount of weight in a short period of time. You feel very significantly less inflamed. Um, as far as that goes for the water fasting. For the dry fasting, that was, I'm sorry, the water fasting was over a 4 day period. All I ate or didn't eat anything. It was just water over a 4 day period. I dropped a tremendous amount of weight. Felt pretty good. It was definitely a challenge going through it because your body in the first couple days is beginning to convert, um, change over from burning carbohydrates as the primary source of energy to begin burning fats. And in that transitional part, it can be a little iffy in terms of how you feel, headaches and jitters and things like that. But after you get past that um, day and a half, 2 day period, things kind of calm down. And, the rest of the time was relatively easy compared to the first couple days. So that was the water fasting. The dry fasting was over a 42-hour period. So that worked out 3 days ish, somewhere around in there. 42 hours, 24, 40, just day and a half. And that was dry fasting. And that was a completely different animal. You reduce, there's no food or water. And that's very intense. That's something that I like. Fasting in terms of you trying this out. This is something that you would definitely have to check with your doctor or medical professional first before taking on anything like that. But I've had lots of success in terms of how I feel better in terms of doing my own fast. And I do believe that as you reduce that inflammation, because the body is not doing the digestion, so it can get ahead of its enzyme production, which helps reduce inflammation. So I do believe, from my own personal experience, that both water fasting and dry fasting can be very beneficial in terms of helping the body to heal itself faster, as well as reducing pain. So if you have questions, put those in the comments section. But the thing it comes back to, a lot of times when I'm working with clients, I don't need to really address the dietary component if we understand how to change the neurological signaling that's going on in the knee. And the neurological signaling is essence a tension pattern that the knee has taken on in order to protect itself from getting injured further. So whenever you have an accident, an injury, a surgery, a trauma, the body tenses up to protect itself. That tension pattern causes irritation of the nerves in the knee. And the more you exercise and work out and try to strength train and walk, when you have this tension pattern that the body took on to protect itself from the accident, the injury, the surgery, the trauma, it just irritates the nerves and kind of compounds the issue. So you can almost look at the fasting piece as something that you can do. I always suggest that we start changing the neurological signaling first. And then if we can't get the knee out of pain with the changing the neurological signaling, then we can incorporate some sort of fasting. And that may be my own personal preference because I like to eat too much. I like to eat, period. And fasting, I'm not a big fan, although I see it as being very effective. So the big thing is to tailor the outcome that you want with whatever you're dealing with your knee, whether it be like, let me get his name. Sheetal said that he wants to do a conservative approach to an ACL tear to see how his body can heal with fasting, or question like William asked about, does water fasting help lessen knee pain? Uh, if you are able to get the knee out of pain by changing the neurological signaling, by getting the pressure off of the nerves in the knee that are causing the pain, would you want to fast? It all depends. So it's important to kind of take a step back from whatever you're dealing with your knees, and let's use what is going to make the biggest difference in the shortest period of time that's going to get you to the outcome that you want with your knee, be it reduction in pain or increased range of motion. If that makes sense, give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for future videos. You can also head on over, if you want some action steps to take, you can go down right below this video in the description box. I have 4 different options for you. One is you can get on my newsletter list. The link's right there, thekneepainguru.com. Get on the newsletter list. I also offer consultations where you can go over what you're dealing with your knee, figure out a strategy for you out of pain. I also have coaching programs, where both private and group coaching programs that will help and assist you, give you the actual tools, the things you can do today to begin relieving your knee pain today that you can work with. And we check in periodically throughout the week to make sure that you're continued getting progress, because your body wants to heal. That's what it defaults to. It defaults to healing. And if it's not healing, what's happening is there's something in the way preventing it from doing so. And what we want to do is begin to remove those blocks from your life, from whatever's going on in your knee, your hips, your lower back, be it nutrition, as we were talking about fasting earlier, or water, or what do we need to incorporate into your life that is going to move you in the direction of reducing the pain, increasing the range of motion and mobility, and how you feel. So we don't have any questions coming in other than Williams. So I have a video for you I'm going to play, so you can check this out. If you're watching the replay, please enter those comments in there regardless. I use those for future videos. I try to answer these Monday through Friday-ish, and give you some insight, change your mindset in terms of what you're doing that may be conventional, that isn't working, and you're feeling stuck and hopeless and thinking that your only option is going to be knee replacement surgery. Well, here I am. We got way different options. So, okay, check out this video. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next one.